I have a legitimate question for all my Christians out there. So over the summer, and I did a video about it, there was a Christian woman who said that she gave her son back to God, and her son's body was found in the lake. This is happening up in Ohio. She then claimed that her husband went down to the lake to look for her son, and the husband also drowned. And then moments later, she loads up her other three kids into the golf cart. She drives them into the lake. The kids survive. She survives. And then she claimed that God told her to do it. When I did that video, there were Christians, many Christians, coming on there saying God didn't tell her nothing. God ain't never said to do things like that. God wouldn't tell her to go do things like that. This woman is crazy. All these sorts of things came out by Christians. But shouldn't Christians support this? Should not y'all support every time someone says that God told them to do something, no matter how heinous it is towards your current morality? Shouldn't you have rebelled? Shouldn't you not rebel against it, but welcome it? Because this is your God speaking today, speaking to these people. And it would be in line with your God's history. Your God's history is that he told Abraham to kill his son. Yes, he had a ram in the bush, but for all intents and purposes, he told him to kill his son. This God told Joshua that when they go into Jericho to burn and destroy, kill everything that has breath. That means all the animals, all the women, all the babies, all the old people, everyone. The same was said to do to AI, to kill everyone. When they were told to take the promised land, they were told to kill everyone. And for those that you could not kill, make them into your slaves. This guy has a history of saying, go kill these people. The young woman is not a virgin on her wedding night. She is to be stoned to death. That's what your Bible says, right? So when you look at our legal system has guilty, has not guilty. Then it has guilt by insanity. And anytime a person says that God told them to do something and it turns out to be a murderous situation, they are guilty by insanity. But they're guilty by the insanity of believing in their God, the same God that you believe in. You see, you can't claim that this woman in Ohio was not Christian. She believed in Jesus. She worshiped Jesus. She worshiped the God of your Bible. She was just as Christian as you. But God told her something. You see, the thing is that my question is, why is it that you're accepting of if God told you to go buy a lottery ticket, you'll go buy the lottery ticket, and if someone does that, that's fine. God tells you to, I had one young lady told me that all these women came to her and said, girl, God has told me that you got to go to this conference in Cleveland because when you go to this conference in Cleveland, you're going to meet your husband. And they all got ready to go to Cleveland. And everybody believed it. And it was perfectly harmless. Nobody questioned it. She didn't go. So I guess she missed out on her blessing. But there's always been the God told me to tell you something. And when it's harmless, you're accepting of it. But when it goes against your morality, you're not. But your Bible constantly demonstrate this God telling the people to do something or telling his angels to do something that today you would say Abraham is insane. We're going to put him in an insane asylum. You would put Abraham in an insane asylum. Even if he didn't kill his son, the fact that he attempted to, you would put him in an insane. Would you? I mean, can you answer that honestly, Christians? I know you've already typed something, but type something else. Type this one. What is the answer to? Would you put Abraham today in an insane asylum for trying to kill his son? If your neighbor across the street, if his name is Abraham, or let's just name your neighbor Abraham, would you put him in an insane asylum? Yes or no? Would you do it? Or would you say, well, God told him to do it, but God had a ram in the bush, so he all right? Or would you still put him in an insane asylum? Yes or no? Joshua genocided an entire city, according to the story. Genocided 2 cities, and then genocided land masses of people. Would you put him up for war crimes? I mean, he literally said, "Kill all the men, kill all the women, kill all the babies, kill the baby boys, baby girls in the Jericho and AI, kill all of them, everybody." Would you? And then when one of his own people took some gold, he had them stoned and burned and buried. Would you set him up for war crimes? Sent in his people to go and genocide entire tribes throughout the Levant, and then enslave those who. What would you put him up for war crimes? If President Trump did that, would you put him up for war crimes? If Putin did that, would you put him up for war crimes? I mean, we say those things about people like Hitler and Mussolini and Idi Amin. Would you still? So why wouldn't you say it for Joshua? You see what I'm saying? Y'all are not true believers. Oh, Jesus said to love your enemy. Jesus said to treat others how you would treat yourself. Jesus also said he did not come for peace, but to set the world on fire. Jesus said he came to cause separation between mother and daughter, father and son, husband and wife. You got to look at everything that he said, not just the parts that you like. Not just the parts that you like. He also told you to follow the law. He said that the greatest commandment is to love the Father. Ask the question then, how do you love the Father? In order to know that, you got to go to the Old Testament. How is love shown to the Father? By being obedient to his laws. It's a straight line. It's not a circle. Cut circle, make straight line. Simple. In order to love the Father, which is the greatest commandment, you have to obey the law, which is why he said, until heaven and earth pass away, not one tittle shall be taken from the law, which is also why he said, the Pharisee sits on the throne of Moses. Do what they teach you. Just don't do what they do, because they're not following it. So you're still supposed to follow the law. And fulfilled does not mean abolished. You need to do some study if you still think that fulfilling something means that the something is now abolished, because it's not. Obama fulfilled the position of the president. Presidency is not abolished. Biden fulfilled the position of the president. The position is not abolished. Trump is currently fulfilling the office of the president, but the office of the presidency will not be abolished. To fulfill something does not mean that you are abolishing that very thing. So stop with the nonsense, stop with the bullshit. But answer that question. Answer those questions. You're not a true Christian if you don't think that people are innocent anytime they say, God told me to do it. Because when you say that God told you to do something, you do it and you believe it. But it's always something mild. But I guarantee those people who believe that God told them to kill their families or to take advantage of someone or to do something that goes out of our modern day morality. Like if God told people to enslave people, kind of like with Pope Nicholas V and his papal bull that started the transatlantic slave trade. God told him to do it. Just saying. Just saying. You are not real believers. You are not true followers of your book. And I'm glad that you're not, because your book is horrific. So always remember, you have to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations.